Time to connect our needle bar back up. Which if I had known I needed to unhook the other end, I may have unhooked the other end of the needle bar first to see if this pin didn't have to come out, but I suspect I would not have been that lucky. And that has this little black set screw. Do I have a magnetic screwdriver here? Is maybe this one my magnetic screwdriver? Yeah. They stopped manufacturing screwdrivers as magnetic in a lot of cases because of computers. And also, turns out the cheaper the metal, the harder it is to magnetize. So, when you have nice old real steel tools, they magnetize, and when you don't, they won't. Or at least not easily, but there we go. There's the needle bar connected. Time to get the bottom linked back up. And this link is the same on both ends, so I just am putting it in whichever way it was facing when I grabbed it. Some of these links do have different ends on it, but push these pins in place and get our set screws in. And tightened up. So the way I have this brand new cam in, I have this machine set for straight stitch, and I haven't got that link correct, and you can see that the needle is hitting the left side of the needle plate because this is a left homing machine. But if I rotate this cam pivot that I had to take out to get the machine the new cam in, you can see that the needle is moving its homing position, and we can move that kind of anywhere. And now when I put the this is the zigzag width, which because my cam is on the full travel okay. And holy cow, I think that my cam is actually timed properly, because the needle moved and now it's on the left hand side. Wow, I got real lucky. I didn't have to move that gear inside. Anyhow, I'm gonna now that I've got this moved where I want it to, I'm gonna tighten that set screw a little bit, and yeah, because now there's also a couple bumpers in the top of the machine, so I can move those a little bit too, but first get this in the rough position. Well, when we check the needle position at the needle plate, I seem to have gotten very lucky, because going down, the cam is not moving, and then up, Sorry, I need to set my zigzag width to maximum. Yeah, we're moving at the top stroke, so I do, however, need to adjust this slider a bit more, though, because I moved the slider to try and get a position I liked when it was on the far on the full zigzag, but now when it's on 0, and I flip the lever like this, it is pushing the needle bar further left when it should be on the left-hand side. So gonna have to move this again. So let me diddle with this adjustment a bit more. Alright, figured out one of my issues. So because this is on a cam, the base here is a cam for doing the gear. You can set the gear offset forward or back in the body, and obviously that changes the full movement of the sector. And I had my gear set a little bit forward so that the cam lobes were a bit forward and they were pushing the needle too far to the left. I say forward because it's facing me. What I mean is left. So I took the new base of the new gear, and I rotated so that it was adjusting on the right hand side of the cam movement to get the gear mesh correct. And now I don't have that extra leftward movement. It's set to the right. And to get the cam sector set properly here, you have to set the cam for full left zigzag and then be able to move this slider back and forth while you adjust this spot here. So we're moving, and I actually reinstalled this pin. So that pin had a flat on it. I made sure the flat is not interacting with our set screw on the back here. And then I can use this screw here to turn, and then I turn that and then slide this back and forth so that the needles not moving when I slide. This back and forth. All right. That looks like my magic spot. Okay. Finally got this put back together properly. Perfect. So as I move this slider here, none of the rest of the zigzag mechanism is moving, it's just the slider. And then when we rotate so that our cam lobe is facing the other direction, we slide, the zigzag moves all the way over And then we've got the 2 stoppers to keep it from hitting the side of the needle plate. Alright. And I need to get the last piece of this, because when I got this machine, there was a piece sitting in the bottom of the box, and that is actually the zigzag stopper to connect this dial and this lever.